Yo guys, what's going on? Kyle the Car Guys. I'm joined by the Anthony Ellenburg. Nice beard.
Thanks.
You're playing a crazy deck actually, and you actually waxed Blair with it, and it's actually surprisingly good.
Low-key brutal is what I've been calling it. Like, it's just, it gets around a lot of stuff.
Well, what is it, and why are you playing it?
I'm playing Cubics. There's a few different, this deck, this archetype came out when the movie pack came out, but it was missing one important card, which is the level 4. It's the card that really just activates the whole deck. But it does a lot of nasty stuff. There's a few different builds online, but none of them like this. I'm playing Red Resonators, which allows me for synchro plays. We'll go ahead and get into it, and I'll explain briefly each monster because I know that there's a lot of not a lot of people that's going to know what these monsters do. So for starters, I play 3 Yugioh, the Meteor Cubic Vessel. He's got 2 effects. First one's important, second one's not too important. First effect is when it's normal or special, you can Foolish Barrel a cubic card of any kind. Second effect is when a monster is sent to your graveyard during either player's turn, you can have this card gain 200 attack for every different name monster in your graveyard. That doesn't come up too much, but the Foolish Burial effect does, and that's not hard once per turn. You can do that as many times as you want, as long as you can special him as many times as you want, or normal. So that's him. Next, I play 3 Crimson Nova, the Dark Cubic Lord. Now this guy right here is just a big, huge pain in the ass. I'm just going to go ahead and just read it because he's got too much text. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by revealing 3 other cubic cards of different names, unaffected by other monsters' activated effects whose original attack is 3,000 or less. That's important because not a lot of things can deal with that right now in this meta. This thing has a BLS effect. When it attacks and destroys a monster, you can attack again. But its really stupid effect is during the end phase of during your end phase, both players take 3,000 damage. Mandatory. Just because. It's an asshole card. It's a level 10, which comes up because I play Super Dora and was it Dreadnought? No. Is it Dreadnought? Super Ruckin and Dreadnought, whatever. Gustav Max. And I play Leos too, so like the level 10 works. Next is the Vigim, the Cubic Seed. I don't really know his first name. This card right here can't be destroyed by battle. If it battles a monster, you can equip it in your spell and trap card zone, and it puts a counter on the monster it battled. Cubic counters on a monster, they can't attack and they can't use their effects, so it basically Fiendish chains them. We're gonna keep this to the side because it comes in later. Next, I play 1 Vulcan Dragini, the whatever, 1 Buster Grundle, and 1 Dark Garnix, whatever. These guys are just names because you have to reveal 3 cubic cards with different names. But you can get these guys off. I'm not gonna really go into their effects, but I mean, if you want to look them up, you can. There's a lot to read, but just know that these are just names in the deck. You don't really need them. You can special this guy out with a trap, and if you have a Yugioh on board, which you most likely will, you can make a rank 4 play, but other than that, it doesn't really come up too much. I play 3 Red Resonators. Basically, like the play is to have Yugioh, this guy right here. So you normal summon Red Resonator and then special this guy and it dumps, and then you can make a level 6. I apologize. It's hot as dicks in Super Games, and I'm kind of tired. But yeah, this guy he comes in pretty hot because you do burn yourself with Crimson Nova, and when this guy is a special summon, you can gain life points equal to a monster's attack on the field. So you can kind of recoup your burn damage with this guy. He just comes in really clutch. 2 Summoner Monks. I've been kind of finding out this guy's not too great. He will get a Yugioh off, which is that level 4, and you'll dump, and then you can make a rank 4. I mean, dumping with the Yugioh is kind of the only, like, is this what's key with this deck. Other than that, he's not too good. 3 Cubic Karma. Now the spells are really just absolutely retarded, and I don't use that word lightly. Cubic Karma, you can target a cubic monster. You send these guys from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, that monster you targeted with this card gains 800 attack for every cubic seed that you send. So it's going to gain 2,400 attack, and that's permanent even if this card leaves the field. And the other effect is when one of these is special summoned during your opponent's turn, you send this to the graveyard and it halves your opponent's life points. The banishing effect from the graveyard, and again, you can activate if all 3 of these are in your graveyard, you can banish all 3 of them and then add cubic monsters. But that's what they do. You banish them.
These are names also for the big guy, right?
Yeah, they're all names. Yep. All right, next we've got Cubic Wave. Cubic Wave kind of is another attack booster. What you do is you target a cubic monster you control and 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. You double the current attack of your cubic monster, and then you halve the attack of your opponent's monster. Its effect in the graveyard is you can banish it and any number of cubic monsters in your graveyard to target that same number of monsters your opponent controls, and you put cubic counters on them. And remember, if your opponent has a cubic counter on it, it can't attack and it can't use its effect. So you basically, it's like a mass Fiendish Chain.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. 3 Resonator Call. It's deck thinning. It's more spells for Summoner Monk if you have like double of it, but it just helps thin the deck. 3 Hand Destruction.
Why this card?
This card right here, because you play a lot of cards that you can banish from the grave. It's just another discard outlet too, because both the spells, the traps, you don't care about dumping most of the monsters. It really just gets your plays going, and it can disrupt your opponent too. You can kind of figure out what they're playing. It's more draw power that I can utilize with the grave, because I'm sending stuff that I don't really care about having in my hand.
Of course.
If that makes any sense. Next, the obligatory 3 Twin Twister, another discard outlet, and it just you kind of want to get rid of the back row if they play any. 4 1-ofs, 1 Upstart, 1 Soul Charge, 1 Monster Gate, and 1 Reasoning. I played these guys because these guys can't be normal summon right here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
These guys can't be normal summon. These guys can. And again, like if this is normal or special, it gets its effect. If this is special, it gets its effect. And you get life points. So that's why I play Monster Gate and Reasoning. Soul Charge, if you open Soul Charge like you'll see in the duel video against Blair, it's just absolute damn nuts. Because you can make stupid boards.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm going on too long. Then I play 3 Unification. This is your polymerization on the field. You flip it and you fuse. You fuse for this guy. I've never made him, but he takes 3 of this. The thing is, you can use it from your hand too. Like not the spell card, but if you have 3 Crimson Novas in your hand, then you can make this guy. This guy's just absolutely bonkers with his effect. What you use the traps for is when a cubic monster is sent to the graveyard or destroyed by battle, you can banish this to special level 4 or lower cubic monster from the deck. Its effect, you special it from the deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, and it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects that turn. You're specialing out more deuces, the level 4, and they're dumping. And I can show you just a quick play. Again, I don't want to take too much time. I don't know how long this video is taking, but I'll show you just a very quick play. And for the last card, 1 Emptiness, because
it's the best
this card's
card in the
dumb.
game. Yeah, of course. What about your extra deck? And we don't have to go through the side.
Yeah, we don't have to go through the side. Extra deck, 2 Coral Dragons, 2 Stardust Charge Warrior. This card's nuts because it can attack all your monster special summon monsters. It's just dumb. And then Leo. So that's it for the synchros. And again, I'll show you some of the plays. The rank 4s, 1 Castell, 1 Kerrigan Gorgon, 1 Abyss Dweller. The Utopia package, that's for the rank 4s, I guess. The rank 6s, M7 and Vampiric Dragon. This card is in here for a reason. Again, you need to have 3 cubic monsters or 3 cubic cards of different names in your hand to be able to drop Crimson Nova. So sometimes you have a Dooza on board and you need them back in your hand. You make this guy and then you bounce Dooza and then you drop Crimson Nova. And then this guy's nuts. I can't believe how stupid this card is. And then for rank 10s, Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max, and then Super Red Knight Rail Cannon Super Dora.
What about this play?
Okay, so the play is, let me go ahead and just do it as quickly as possible.
Oh, you're good, bro. Take time.
And not sweat my ass off. Hey, check it out. Bam! Clemson, baby. Okay. So I'm going to give myself If you open Resonator Call or Duza or anything like Karma and then a discard outlet, then you've got a fun little combo. I'll show you the kind of the nuts play, which is basically just that's it right there. Like that's just the fucking cheese. And then I'll shuffle a little bit and then draw 2 more cards just to make it a full hand. Hopefully this deck kind of gets shuffled well enough. Alright, so Cubic Wave and then whatever the hell. Yeah. Okay, so basically you normal summon and then you use this effect to special Duza. My bad. Duza, you'll send the trap.
Foolish Burial the trap, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll send this trap. And then you'll sink for 6 for Coral Dragon. Because this says when a Cubic monster leaves the field, it means when you synchro, basically. So you'll synchro, you'll trigger this, you'll banish it, and you'll special another Duza from the deck. And then you'll trigger the effect to send again. Remember, these are not hard once per turns.
So you can just keep on using them whenever.
Just keep on using them. So you send another trap. You can, well, you're going first, so you wouldn't pop anything. You'll sync for 10. For Leah, you're going to chain it like this. Coral Dragon, Chainlink 1, and then Unification, Chainlink 2. You'll banish Unification. Special out your 3rd Duza. And then you'll resolve to draw for Coral. And because this is an if this card is normal or special, and you can, it doesn't miss any timing. So after you draw for Coral, go ahead and draw. You'll use the effect, and I usually will send Karma.
Okay. The spell.
The spell, yeah. So at this point, this is your hand right now. These are banished. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Soul Charge. I'm going to target Coral, Duza, and then Red Resonator and special them. Red Resonator is so his life point gaining is mandatory, so you go Chainlink 1 and then Chainlink 2 Duza. Duza's gonna send another Cubic Karma, and then you would have targeted Leo. So you would have paid 3,000 for Soul Charge, but you would have gained 31, so you essentially gained just 100 life points. It's a free Soul Charge. Alright, so at this point, you're gonna sync for Stardust Charge Warrior.
Stardust Charge Warrior.
And then you're gonna draw a card. Go ahead and banish the Karmas.
Both of them, okay.
Yeah, well, wait, one at a time, but essentially, like, if you want to save time, I guess, if they let you. Add your Crimson Nova, and, like, it really doesn't matter, just add the Dark Garunix guy. Something of a different name. Make Vampiric. Where the hell is he at? And then you reveal 3, and then special this guy out. And then like these stay in your hand essentially. So if you want to keep going, I mean, really you could just hand destruction. You don't care about sending things really. Just send these to the grave and then draw 2 more. I mean you got 2 Twin Twisters. I mean, come on. So like this is your infield. Like he's hard to deal with. This card's really hard to deal with. And then this right here is just a idiot monster to try to get over. They really have to just open ridiculously nuts, but like they can't really touch this guy at all, or Leo. So yeah, that's kind of the combo, and it can do a lot of other stuff too. It really did well against all these meta decks. I have no complaints other than taking out Summoner Monks.
Any final comments about the deck? Any final words? Shout out?
Shout out to me because I built it.
Damn right.
I don't net deck, so I mean, I usually just build my own decks, and it's actually surprisingly done really well. I have no complaints. Yeah, I have no complaints.
Well, hey, thank you for the deck profile, AJ. I appreciate it. Definitely, the duel will be linked. Game 1 will be linked down there, or like right there, or like right there, or like on his nose, or something right there, something like that. Or fuck Clemson. So you know, if so yeah, I appreciate it again. Definitely. Do you encourage people to actually try this deck out?
Yeah, absolutely. I encourage more to just build decks. and not play the meta decks. That's the problem with the game right now. So anyway, that's another rant for another day. But yeah, no, I mean absolutely, man. Play this deck. It's a really fun deck, and if you guys, I'll keep up with the comments. Like if you guys think of any other things to put in it, just let me know. Just write it in the comments, and I'll check it out.
Awesome. Yeah, don't forget to leave a like on the video as well. Comment what you think could go really well with the deck. If you think this is the best version of the deck, let us know that as well. That'll probably boost his ego up a little bit. I know he likes that. So.
Oh yeah.
That's great. But we'll definitely see you again later on once you come back to Super Games as well. But yeah, it's been Call the Card Guys with AJ as well. And we'll see you guys later.
Take care.